Welcome to the lecture series of Fourier transform. In this video, we are going to have a revision on Fourier transform. In this one, the first and very important topic is Fourier integral formula or Fourier integral theorem. Whatever it is, the result is same only. So that itself a 2-mark question. Based on that, we have done the 8-mark problem. So after that, we have done the problem under Fourier sine and cosine integral formula. You have to remember one thing very clearly, that all the formulas comes under 2-mark question. There won't be any separate 2-mark question for this unit. All the results and all the formulas we are doing in this whole unit, that will comes under the 2-mark question. So you have to remember that one. 2-mark questions are very important to get the mark to clear the subject. And the next one is Fourier sine and cosine integral formula. Based on that also we have done problems, and the formulas comes under 2-mark question. Big questions will comes under 8-mark or 16-mark. Then the next one is problems under Fourier transform. Fourier transform, all the questions we have done with the deduction only, not even a single question, only find the Fourier transform. The question will comes under Fourier transform and hence deduce the part. It will be given like that only. So in the first case we used to find the Fourier transform. For that we used to have the result of Fourier transform result, and the next deduction part we have applied the inverse result, inverse Fourier transform formula. We have to remember one thing very clear, that Fourier transform and Fourier inverse together it is called it as Fourier transform pair. So the question will comes, write the Fourier transform pair means first you have to write the Fourier transform and then you have to write the inverse result, that is called it as Fourier transform pair. Same manner we have sine transformation pair and cosine transform pair. Sine transform pair means first we need to write the Fourier sine transform result, then the inversion formula for Fourier sine. By the same manner for cosine transformation, sine and cosine both are same only. Only the difference between transformation and the sine or cosine is the limit of the Fourier transform is minus infinity to plus infinity, and the cosine and sine transformation the limit is 0 to infinity. That is the difference between the sine, cosine and Fourier transform. All the problems are similar, the way of doing the transformation and the sine or cosine result. So you have to remember that transformation pair. That is a very important one. Whether it is transform, Fourier transform or Fourier sine transform or Fourier cosine transform, the important problem is self-reciprocal. That is a very important problem. So that you need to give concentration on the self-reciprocal type of problems that we have done in the lecture series. So give more importance for self-reciprocal. Definite question will come under the self-reciprocal topic. And the next one is problems based on the Fourier transform with the deduction 1 or 2. The deduction part may be increasing, that is a 1 deduction part or 2 deduction part. If it is a first deduction part, we apply the inverse result. If it is the second result, means we are using the Parseval's identity of the transformation. So that is a next type of problems we have done. And the most and very important theorem under the Fourier transformation is Parseval's identity and the convolution theorem. These are the two questions, state and prove. The questions will come like that only, state and prove the Parseval's identity on Fourier transform, or state and prove the convolution theorem under Fourier transform. State and prove means statement we are supposed to write, and then proof also we have to write. That is called state and proof. For the statement, a 2-mark question, and the proof, the remaining mark will be allotted. So there is only these kind of questions, only 2 only I think, that is Parseval's identity and convolution theorem. After this we have a very important one is properties of Fourier transform. Properties, as we know very well that under this topic we have nearly 10 properties, very simple properties, linear property, change of scale property, shifting theorem. This and all we have studied already in the M1, Mathematics 1, that too in the Laplace transformation. So that kind of properties you can easily understand without any important things. So you can have a glance on the properties. The properties will come under the 2-mark questions also. Up to this the whole unit is covered. So you study well. All the best. Thank you for watching.